welcome back to Adria Karting Raceway. The OK final, as you can see on your screen, we will bring you in just a moment. It will be nothing short of spectacular. We'll get to the grid for you in just a moment. Joseph Turney will start on pole position in the Tony Kart. He's had a great run this weekend. Fastest qualifier was Nikita Bedran. The Russian for Ward Racing has been quick, but it's just lacked getting that momentum, that rhythm in the racing. He will line up, but back on the 8th row of the grid alongside Team Pantano driver Lorenzo Resico. It's been a brilliant weekend of racing. We did race on a cold but dry circuit for all of the OK heats. And with that, let's take a look at some of the highlights of the first round of the WSK Supermaster Series in the OK category. Nikita Bedran lit up the 1,300 metre circuit in the 210 Ward Racing Tony Kart to take pole on Friday afternoon. However, it was his countryman, the ruthless racing Russian in the 225 Energy Kart, Kirill Smal, who was the star of the show. Kirill will line up on the 2nd row of the grid in a few moments' time, taking multiple heat wins in the Energy. Joseph Turney. Wow, what can you say about the kid from Milton Keynes in England? A superstar he is. Will line up on pole. He took the pre-final victory earlier on today. His teammates, Lorenzo Travisanuto, a weekend to forget, misses the final after not finishing the pre-final this morning. Andrea Kimi Antonelli in the AKM Motorsport machine, going wheel to wheel with the best of them under the guise of Dino Chiesa, who watches on from the sidelines. Matthias Morgato in form all weekend, and Robert Dehaan, the 265 Energy Kart. This is his first weekend in the senior OK category. Taylor Barnard, 206 for Team Rosberg, took the victory 6 days ago. 7, I should say. His countryman, Harry Thompson, the English drivers, well, they may no longer be part of the European Union. They are flying the Union Jack high here in the north of Italy. Barnard, Thompson and Turney in particular, certainly some of the favourites for the final this afternoon. Turney will start on pole position. There is JT from MK in the UK. Joseph Turney from Milton Keynes in the United Kingdom to the left of your screen. His legendary mechanic, Claudio Dionisi, just stands behind. That is Claudio, who in 2014 took a young Mick Schumacher to 2nd place in the Junior World Championships. I was going to say OKJ, but it was KF3 back then. That is Jimmy James in the 222, the Paralyn, who starts on grid 2 from Melbourne, Australia, where the temperature was 44 degrees Celsius yesterday. And by the way, no, our country has not burnt to the ground despite some of the spectacular images you may have seen. Thomas Tembrinke, the reigning junior world champion, starts out at grid number 3. 227 for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. Of course, it's a cosmic chassis. And there is Kirill Smal. 225, 2nd race with the Energy Course team. Multiple heat wins from Yekaterinburg in Russia. Outside, 2nd row start. Spectacular to watch is the Russian Pedro Hilbrand, 2016 world champion, the Catalan from Blanes, north of Barcelona in Spain. Inside, 3rd row start, has made some brilliant getaways. He's alongside the Dutchman, Robert Dehaan. Huge support for the Dutch drivers here this weekend. And they'll simply be saying, Jan Meti Banan, Robert Dehaan, the 2nd Energy driver, starts immediately behind his teammate. This is Mr. Thompson. Harry in the 205 Sauber Karting Republic chassis. It is a mouthful. It is quick as well. Harry, the Londoner, out of grid number 7 alongside Enzo Trulli, with his father Jarno, the 1991 world champion. That is Jarno, about to push Enzo into life. Jarno winning that title for All Kart back in 1991, which was, what, 29 years ago, as you look at Taylor Barnard, who won the Champions Cup last weekend. Jarno, of course, also winning, who could forget, the 2004 Monaco Formula One Grand Prix aboard the Renault. 228, the Dutchman Delano Vantoff. Fifth row of the grid, alongside Barnard, as the green flag flies. And Turney leads the field around. Stand by. This will be a nuclear-sized, exploding race. I'm thinking of every possible cliche because the excitement here at Adria is absolutely fever pitch. JT alongside Jimmy James on the front row. TTB and the ruthless racing Russian Kirill Smal. Pedro, Robert Dehaan, Mr. Thompson and Enzo. Taylor Barnard, the Dutchman Delano Vantoff. Then it's Franck Chapard and another second-generation racer, Lorenzo Petrese. Soldatov, Eduardo Villa in the TV kart. Resico for Team Pantano, the fastest qualifier veteran. Back on 16th, back on 17th. He's last year's Junior Supermaster Series champion, Andrea Kimi Antonelli. He's alongside Clayton Ravenscroft, the 2018 British Super 1 champion. Norton Andreasen, Maya Veg, Christian Commanducci, Jakob Bergmeister, William Silverholm, Lawrence Van Hoffman for Team Rosberg. Marcel Kutsch is alongside the reigning European Junior champion, Marcus Aman. Luigi Carluccio, 14th row of the grid alongside Teresa Babichkova, who's been in brilliant form, the girl from the Czech Republic. Then it's Olivia Goth from Monaco, alongside the boy from Brazil, Rafa Camara. Nicholas Pirtilati, Xi Huang from the People's Republic of China. Noah Degnabolen scraping through to the final position on the grid thanks to bumper penalties, unfortunately eliminating Alessandro Cenedese and Jamie Day, Pepe Marti, and the new FA Kart Republic on grid 34. This will be spectacular. Just quickly, huge news coming in overnight. The 1998 world champion Carapa Rubens Carapatoso looking to make a comeback and join us in OK for the WSK Euro Series later in the season. You heard it here first. Ian Silvestrin with you here at Adria for the OK final. JT leads the field away. We race. And a brilliant start from Thomas Tembrinke. Tries to take the lead, slots back into third. Down the inside, Jimmy James goes wide. The Australian in the Paralyn from second place back to fourth. He sits in behind Tembrinke. It's Tony Cut 1 and 2. Another electrifying start from Pedro Hilbrand, the Spaniard, the 2016 world champion, up into second place. Watson has to go defensive. Mr. Thompson right behind him. Harry goes down the inside. James gets him back on the exit. Thompson ready to race after his podium last weekend for the Sauber Kart Racing team. The end of the first lap, Joseph looks behind to find his teammate Pedro Hilbrand. The blind goes down on the radiator, maximum airflow, feeding the Vortex engine as Harry goes by and takes Jimmy James for position 4. Right behind is the Dutchman Delano Vantoff. Right ahead now is the Dutchman Delano Vantoff. James struggling for momentum. He's fallen back to 6th place. Now he's run off the road. Vantoff goes by the other Dutchman, Robert Dehaan, in the cart full of energy, looking to get by the Kangaroo as well. Kirill Smal, he's had a disastrous start. He's back to 9th, fighting with Enzo Trulli. The end of the second lap, it's a Tony Kart 1 and 2. It's an OTK 1, 2, 3 with JT from MK in the UK leading the way. Turney from Hilbrand, Joseph Turney from Milton Keynes in the United Kingdom. He's the top Tony Kart, remember. Joseph and Pedro's teammate Lorenzo Travisanuto out on the opening lap of the pre-final. Did not start the final. simply can do nothing but watch on from the sidelines as his teammates run 1 and 2. Remember, Lorenzo won the 2016 WSK Supermaster Series with Ward Racing as Pedro gets airborne. Sends it! Does the Catalan down the inside, turning back to second place. Sportsmanship between the two teammates. Tembrinke, he will be not quite so kind. Once again, more airflow, feeding the Vortex 125cc engines that run 1, 2, 3. And it's back to the Miami powered Sauber Kart Republic of Harry, who's back in 4th place, losing time. Enzo Trulli, incidentally, is starting to fight his way back. He's in 8th place and he's the fastest driver on the circuit. So Thompson 4, Vantoff 5 going through. From Small to Hahn, Trulli, Barnard, Van Hoppen, Villa in the Tibi Kart 11th. 1 spot ahead of Maya, the Dutch girl from Valencia in Spain for the Richard Mill Talent Academy. She's ahead of the 4th English driver, Clayton Ravenscraft. Frank Chapard, where's Jimmy James? Position 15. It will not be the Australians' afternoon as Robert de Haan lowers the best lap to a 49 dead, 0.034, as he shadows his countryman Dilano Vantoff. The Dutchman in 6 and 7. And also, of course, on your screen in 3rd place with TTB, Thomas Tembrinke. Into the right-hand sweeper, of course, Thomas, whose father, Bernard Tembrinke, representing Toyota Gazoo Racing in the recent Dakar Rally over in Saudi Arabia. Alongside, coincidentally, his teammate Fernando Alonso in the Toyota team as Thomas goes up into position 2. There's Harry. Coincidentally, because Thomas used to drive a Fernando Alonso kart, he's now aboard the Cosmic and he's now in 2nd place. Thompson in P4. Here comes Harry. The drivers from England, 1 and 4. You've got a glimpse of Kirill Small, 1/4 race distance. There is the Russian in 5th place. Harry down the inside and puts Pedro back to 4th. The Spaniard falls off the podium. And he soon will be caught by Kirill Small. In fact, the energy is right on the back bumper of the 2016 world champion. Spectacular to watch in the opening laps. But unless Pedro can get some more momentum, get some rhythm, he will fall backwards through the field. The gap was half a second between Joseph and Thomas. It's down to 4/10. Thompson in position number 3. Thought about going down the inside, this never-ending right-hander here at Adria. Pedro 4, Kirill 5, then it's the Dutchman Delano and Robert de Haan. That's Enzo Trulli in the background. Here comes Harry. Thompson sends it down the inside. Tembrinke off the road, Tembrinke off the podium. Robert de Haan slips by. I'm sorry, that is of course Kirill Small. That's de Haan in the background. Vantoff there, the Dutchman. They're all running together, but they're not even on the podium. Pedro fights back. That's Enzo Trulli. And look who's come to play. Taylor Barnard, who won right here 7 days ago for the 2nd year in a row, the WSK Champions Cup. What a race this afternoon. Pedro looks behind. The slightest of gaps back to Kirill Small in the energy kart. Harry in the Sauber KR splits the 2 green machines. Small, his nickname, the Ruthless Racing Russian, and you're about to see why. The yellow flag is out into the sweeper. We have lost one of the unique racing entries. That is Marcel Kuch, who has unfortunately retired. Here is Small on the back of Hilbrand. Enzo goes down the inside. Nicely done by the top Italian in the OK final, the first round of the WSK Supermaster Series here at Adria Karting Raceway. You remember the WSK Final Cup at the end of November. It was Tony Kart 1, 2 and 3 with Joseph, Pedro and Lorenzo. They're currently running 1st and 3rd at the moment, split by the KR of Harry Thompson. incredible talent on display here. The WSK Supermasters Series here at Adria Karting Raceway. An hour south of the ancient city of Venice in the north of Italy. The temperature is just 9 degrees, but this action is as hot as you could possibly hope for. Kirill Small, watch this. The Russian gets the toe from Hilbrand. The Vortex lacks nothing in a straight line though. Kirill Small thought about going down the inside. He has to do something really quickly because the Dutchman, Delano Vanthoff, and Robert De Haan are right behind him. Here he goes. We told you he was ruthless, and you just saw why. Kirill Small goes up. He's now in 3rd place. He was on the podium last weekend. He's on the podium now. Can the energy get by the KR and the Tony Kart of Joseph Turney? The gap stays half a second between the two English drivers. Turney 1, Thompson 2. They arrived here in the north of Italy with their English passports as part of the European Union. They will go home tomorrow, back to England. No longer part of Europe, but they may well go back as the series leaders of the WSK Supermaster Series. On our timing screens, if you're following us live on wsk.it, look at the bottom of your screen. The Union Jack 1, the Union Jack 2, and then the Russian flag of Kirill Small in 3rd place. Barnard back in 7th, the 3rd English driver. He won the Champions Cup 7 days ago, but he just can't join in the battle. He's still ahead of Enzo Trulli, who's having a great race here this afternoon as we pass half race distance already. The OK final. Here we go. Turney looks behind. England 1 and 2. The Russian is coming. He's driving the kart from Bergamo full of energy. Mick Panigarda watches on from pit lane. Can his new driver for 2020 take the win here this afternoon? Too far back to make a move down the inside. Goes down the middle of the track. He'll try and get the run on the exit into turn 6. The right-hander, the 10-meter wide sweeper here at Adria. That's Vanthoff. Don't discount him. In the Forza Racing team, Jamie Croxford. Can his boy take the victory as Thompson? Down the inside, the English drivers change positions, and they do again on the exit. Turney is having none of it. Gets him back immediately. It's now a 3-kart fight for the lead. The Russian watches the 2 English drivers. It is Tony Kart, Kart Republic, Energy, and then the Dutchman in the TM-powered Esprit of Jamie Croxford's Forza Racing team. Now Turney goes defensive. He can't do that for the remaining 8 laps. It was a 3-kart fight. Make that 4 karts. If this doesn't end in tears, I'll be surprised. Small on the outside of Thompson. They do not touch. How good is this? Thompson out of the throttle. He'll be slow on the exit. Has to white line it. Not enough. Small sends it. The Russian down the inside goes into 2nd place in the kart full of energy. How good is this? Oh, look at this. Thompson comes wheel to wheel with Hilbrand. The fists fly down the main straight at 128 k's an hour. This is just brilliant here at Adria. You are watching the first round of the WSK Supermaster Series from Adria Karting Raceway in the north of Italy. Joseph Turney, once again, he's got a second chance to try and pull away. Thompson, it was an English 1-2. Now he goes back to P5. Right on his hammer. You won't believe it. It's his countryman, Taylor Barnard. Saves his best till last. As we get notification that Kart 255 is under investigation. That is Pedro. Can you believe it? Pedro Hilbrand under investigation for that contact a few moments ago. The fiery Catalan, the Spaniard, still in position number 3 as Taylor goes down the inside and takes the place from his countryman. The Englishmen run 1, 5 and 6. It's Turney in first place. Now Taylor in 5, puts Thompson back to 6th. Smull has closed the gap to Turney. It will be a 2-kart fight as we pass 3/4 race distance. How good is this? The WSK Supermaster Series, the first of 4 rounds for 2020. Turney, Smull, the gap is 2/10 of a second. You can see it's barely more than a kart length. Hilbrand in 3rd place. He's under investigation. He now defends from the top Dutchman, who is Delano Vantoff. Robert De Haan has fallen back to 8th place. And Thomas Tembrinke has just retired. You may get a glimpse of Thomas in a few moments' time. He has parked the 227 Ricky Flynn Motorsport Cosmic at the corner that Joseph is approaching now. Smull down the inside, takes the lead in the energy, locks up on the exit and loses the momentum. This race is on. 4 laps to go. Hilbrand, position 3. He looks behind and in the background, Edoardo Villa, the Italian, in the legendary Tibi kart that took victory in the Oceania Championships at Rally in Australia way back in 1995 with Ben Horseman. Edoardo Villa, can he drag himself into the battle as Smull dives down the inside, takes the lead wheel to wheel. Oh, Turney gets him back on the exit. Good horsepower from the Vortex. 3.5 laps to go, and Taylor is now a step off the podium. Turney goes defensive. This is brilliant. Joseph Turney, Kirill Smull, Petro Hilbrand, Taylor Barnard, and also the Dutchman Delano Vantoff for Forza Racing. There's Thompson in P6. There's Villa in the Stanley DeWalt TV kart. He is also the top Italian in the field. 3 laps now remaining. It is a 6-kart fight for the lead. They touch! Oh no! You just saw it live right here on WSK.IT. They continue on. Turney and Smull come together. Can you believe it? Taylor Barnard takes the lead, albeit only briefly. Hilbrand, the Catalan, fights back in an unbelievable race here at Adria. The WSK Supermaster Series, the opening round of 4. For 2020. And Hilbrand, remember, he's under investigation, but he leads. There's Villa. The Tibi kart's now ahead of Smull. 2 laps to go. It is Hilbrand, Barnard, Vantoff, and Mr. Thompson. Here comes Harry in position 4. Take a look at the replay. Down the inside, Turney, Smull, they make contact. Just so lightly, the kart's so light. They get airborne, they turn it around. Turney was facing the wrong way. He will be furious. Let alone Smull. You do not want to meet an angry Russian, but that's exactly what we've got with Kirill Smull in the energy, who's still running in 6th place. Hilbrand from Taylor Barnard. Can he go 2 weeks in a row? Comes across the line. They start the last lap. The final, the first round of the WSK Supermaster Series here at Adria. This is one of the best races you have ever seen in your life. Hilbrand looks behind him. Taylor from Norwich in England, the Rosberg Team Academy driver, defends from Vantoff. Watch Thompson in the background. He's lining up all 3 of them. The Sauber Kart Republic, he'll try and take Vantoff, who goes defensive again. He goes out wide. Hilbrand will make that Tony car 10 meters wide if he needs to. Into the hairpin for the final time. Taylor down the inside. He's too far back. Into the Magny-Cours chicane for the final time. The checkered flag comes out. The boy from Blanes, north of Barcelona in Spain, the Catalan, takes one spectacular victory here at Adria Karting Raceway. Unbelievable what you have just seen live on WSK.IT. Taylor Barnard, he won last weekend the WSK Champions Cup. He finishes in 2nd place by 0.2 of a second. Vantoff in 3rd place and Harry home in 4th. What a race, what a drive, what a spectacular display you have seen here at Adria Raceway today. Quite simply unbelievable. Hilbrand takes the victory for Spain. Taylor finishes in second place. Look at the Union Jacks. Unnoticed by us, but we'll give him credit now. Clayton Ravenscroft. He's the fourth Englishman home in eighth. So it was Hilbrand 1, Barnard 2, Vanthof 3. That is the provisional podium because remember Hilbrand was under investigation. Harry misses the podium by a single place and Kirill Small comes home P5. What a drive from all these drivers here this afternoon. The WSK Super Masters Series. Small finishes 5. Brilliant effort from Eduardo Villa. Finishes in 6th. Joseph, he's been brilliant all weekend. Just leave him in peace for a few hours because he will be furious, as will Kirill Small. To be honest, it was a racing incident. Joseph comes home 7th, ahead of his countrymen. 4 Union Jacks inside the top 10. Cop that, Brussels, say the Englishman. Before you send in your comments, I'm not English, I'm not European, I don't really care. But the Union Jack, there's 4 of them inside the top 10. Joseph in 7th, Clayton in 8th, from 18th on the grid. Brilliant drive from the 2018 British Super 1 champion. Enzo, he's the second Italian. He's been brilliant all weekend. And Robert De Haan, head of his countryman, Lorenz van Oppen, comes home in 10th place. Pedro Hilbrand, what a drive, what a race. As we get our breath back here, we will remind you that the second round of the WSK Super Master Series takes place at the centre of the karting universe, South Garda Karting Lonato, on the 23rd of February. From there, we go down to Bellissima Puglia, La Concamuro Lecce World Circuit on the 8th of March. And then the 22nd of March at Circuito Internazionale Napoli. And that is a week before we start the 2020 WSK Euro Series once again. Stay with us on WSK.it, the podium presentation from one of the most amazing races you have ever seen live from Adria in just a moment. Have you ever seen a better race than that? The first round of the WSK Super Master Series here at Adria Karting Raceway. The 3 drivers make their way up to the podium. The Bridgestone caps go on their heads, and we're about to get underway with the podium here this afternoon. In third place for Forza Racing from the Netherlands, it's the Dutchman, Dylan Vanthof. He won here last weekend, the Champions Cup. He came oh so close once again this afternoon. From England for Team Rosberg, Taylor Barnard. What a drive from the Spaniard for Team Tony Kart. Welcome back to the top step of the podium, Pedro Hilbrand. The third place trophy to Delano Vanthof of the Netherlands. Second place to Taylor Barnard of England. Representing Tony Kart, representing Spain, the winner is Pedro Hilbrand. And the national anthem of Spain. Have you ever seen a better race than that here at Adria Raceway? A quick word with the Dutchman, Delano Vantoff. Delano, tell us about your race and what happened out there on track.
Yeah, it was a mess, really. Cars flying everywhere. But yeah, I'm really happy to pull through.
Congratulations, Delano, on the podium here this afternoon. Taylor, you were there last week. Close today, another brilliant effort all weekend.
It was a crazy race this time. I did a really bad start and I just managed to climb through the field. There's more catch up this time, but I'd like to say thanks to all of Kart Republic for the hard work all weekend. It's been difficult, but we managed to get a podium. Thank you.
Congratulations, Taylor. Vamos, Pedro! What a race. That was unbelievable to watch live on WSK.it. Tell us about it from your point of view.
Yeah, it's been a crazy final. I mean, the speed sometimes was good, sometimes not enough. But at the end, I'm sad for Joe, my teammate. He was doing a really, really good weekend, good final. He got pushed, he got crashed, I don't know. At the end, I win. I want to say thank you to Tonica again for the job that they done, the confidence they transmit to me. I want to say thanks to all of them and to Vortex also.
Congratulations, Pedro Hilbrand, indeed, to our podium here. Delano Vantoff, Taylor Barnard, and Pedro Hilbrand. Well, the racing, if you like that, we'll see you in 3 weeks' time because the WSK Supermaster Series, it continues just about 150 kilometres that way. We'll see you on the 23rd of February, South Garda Karting Lonato. Yeah, the centre of the karting universe. The second round of the WSK Supermaster Series from here, everyone, Adria Karting Raceway and all the team at WSK Promotion. See you at Lonato in 3 weeks. Arrivederci.